When my son hung on the cross, the world grew quiet. The crowd that once shouted turned silent. The earth trembled, the sky darkened, and in that stillness, something eternal was spoken, without words. The silence of the cross was not an absence, it was a declaration. A holy, powerful, divine declaration that still echoes across time, straight into your heart today. You may wonder why there was no voice from heaven, no rescue from the nails, no thunder breaking open the sky in that moment. But what seemed like silence to the world was actually the loudest message of love I've ever spoken. It was in that quiet surrender that salvation was born. My son didn't have to stay on that cross, but he chose to. For you, in the noise of life, you may sometimes miss it. You may think I've gone quiet or that I've turned away when your heart is hurting. But I haven't, just as I was present on the cross. I am present in your pain. My silence is not my absence. It's an invitation to trust, to draw near, to listen deeper than before. When Jesus uttered his final words and breathed his last, it seemed like the end, but that silence after his final breath wasn't defeat. It was victory. In that moment, sin lost its grip. Shame lost its voice. The grave began to tremble because it knew it could not hold him. That silence declared, "It is finished." There is nothing more you need to prove. Nothing more you need to carry. Nothing more you need to fear. I know how the silence can feel heavy. When prayers go unanswered, when your heart is breaking, when you feel like you're walking alone, know this: I see you. I hear every unspoken word. I understand every tear. The silence of the cross means you never have to wonder if you are loved. You are, eternally, deeply, completely. The world teaches you to keep performing, to earn worth, to hide your weakness. But the cross says otherwise. The cross says you are worth dying for just as you are. The silence of that sacrifice tells you, you don't have to be perfect. You are already chosen, already accepted, already held. You may carry regrets. You may look back at your past and wonder how I could still love you. But I do. The cross was never about who you were. It was always about who I created you to be. Forgiven, redeemed, restored. The silence of Jesus, the refusal to come down from the cross, was my answer to your every failure. Grace. In a world full of loud opinions, constant noise, and endless pressure, my son chose silence so you could live in peace. So you could stop running, stop striving, and start resting. In me, that silence invites you to be still and know that I am God. I am still speaking. Even when you hear nothing, I am still near. And when you feel tired, tired of waiting, tired of fighting, tired of hoping, look to the cross. The silencer says, you are not alone. The silence says, I will never leave you. The silence says, even this I can redeem. So pause, slow down. Let my spirit remind you what your heart has forgotten. You are mine. You were bought with love. You were rescued through sacrifice. And you are held in a love that never changes. The silence of the cross still speaks. And it's saying your name.